What's up, guys? Sean Brady here and Joey Pyfer back for another episode number 2 for Steady Picks Radio. All right, guys, we got a big pay-per-view this weekend, a lot of good fights. Joey's brought his notes. He came ready to play. Unfortunately, last week wasn't our best week. We're going to go through these bets. Joey's best bet was Puna just to win, and Puna lost.
My man. Screwed me
My
over.
best bet was for Ribeiro and Al Hassan for the fight to end round 1. It ended round 2. Super disrespectful. I lost.
That was a surprising fight for me, by the way.
Charles Johnson, Jimmy Flick. I picked Johnson. I won. You didn't have a play, so technically you lost. Nascimento versus Hernandez. I picked Nascimento. He won. You didn't have a play. You lost.
I made no
Basharat, we both said by decision. We both won. Ribeiro, same thing. Al Hassan, we both lost. You picked Ribeiro. I said for the fight to end in round 1. We both lost on Umar. We both thought Umar was. I thought Umar by decision. You said by submission. We both won on Vieira and Pennington. I said to go the distance. You said the same. We both lost on Puna. I won on Dan Ige. You lost on Dan Ige.
No faith.
I lost on Imavov. You won on Sean Strickland. Congratulations. You know what we should do at the end of this? We should tally up our records every month, and at the end of the month, we should have to do like a challenge.
I'm down with that.
And one person picks it.
All right. Is it a workout?
No, it's
good.
whatever we want.
Okay.
You better hope it's not a workout.
I don't want no more workouts.
I mean, it could be a workout, but who knows?
Wait, so does that count as you beating me this week because you picked more?
Technically, yes. We'll tally it up, though. We'll tally it up.
Right,
we'll have the boys at Steady
I
Picks.
fucking lost.
They'll help us out. Yeah, you're a fucking loser. All right. So, but this weekend, we got a nice card. Let me pull it up on my phone real quick.
Stacked.
All right. Let's go. Where do you want? UFC 283, Teixeira versus Hill. We're going to start at the main card opener.
Paul Craig, Johnny
Walker. You don't seem to like Paul Craig very much, Joey. You can start this one off, brother. Go ahead.
That's great. Let's just put it out there. Yeah. Nah, I'm not a Paul Craig fan. I don't know. I think he's corny.
Yeah. Let's not put it out there. Yeah, I think he fucking sucks.
Nah, I don't think he sucks. I just think he's fucking corny. Yeah, that's fine. I'm sure people look at me like
people definitely look at you like this dude sucks.
People literally tell me I look like Paul Craig and Justin Gaethje fucked and had a kid. So that's pretty disrespectful. So I don't like him for that.
Yeah, I hear you.
I get clout. I get receding hairline is a common thing here.
That's all right.
But let's go over the stats. So Paul Craig is 16-5-1. He's 4-1 in his last 5. His last 4 wins were via submission, and his last loss was to Volkan Oezdemir. And his last win was over the title contender Jamal Hill. So obviously the guy's a scrapper. He's tough. He's a big dude, tall. Johnny Walker being 19-7, 5-4 in the UFC overall. His last win was Ian Kutalaba. He caught that rear naked choke up against the cage. I do remember that fight. But prior to that, he lost 2 times by KO by Jamal Hill and Thiago Santos by unanimous decision. Interesting fight. 2 big guys. I do think, personally, I would lean more towards Johnny Walker just being the guy that's going to stay on the feet, has more explosion. I don't like how Paul Craig fights.
Yeah.
You hit him and he falls.
Yeah.
I know it's a part of his game, but I don't really think that is a game that will ever win him a championship.
Yeah. I agree. Looking at his record, he's lost 3 or 4 times by knockout. Like you said, he did beat Jamal Hill, but he kind of does, like, he gets hit, he falls, and he hopes, like, they're going to come into your guard. Like, he wants you to come into his guard, and if you follow him there, it's dangerous. If you just stay away and let him stand up, like, it seems like he's pretty easy to put down. And one thing about Johnny Walker, he hasn't been the best as of late, but he did just win his last fight, and the dude has power. So I think he can knock out Craig in the first round, and I'm going to go Johnny Walker by knockout. But don't be surprised if this motherfucker pulls out a fucking reverse triangle or some crazy shit, because he does it, and it works. But, yeah, I think Johnny Walker's going to knock him out.
I agree.
Next fight, I'll start this one off. Why the fuck did I have to get this one? Jessica Andrade versus Lauren Murphy. Like we were saying earlier, you're not too excited about this one. I think it's going to be a good. I personally like Jessica Andrade. she's a little fucking tank. Had the way she spiked Rose on her head. She's got big power in her hands. She's knocked girls out with body shots. You don't really see that often.
I was very upset at her win over Amanda Lemos. When she's standing, like, neck cranked her or rear choked her, I was so pissed off at that. I think Amanda was the shit, and, so she is tough.
Yeah. As far as her opponent, Laura Murphy, I'm not a big fan. I'm gonna ride Jessica Andrade all the way. But one thing to say about Lauren, she is tough. Only person to finish her, I'm pretty sure, was Valentina, and Valentina be smoking everybody. So she might make
grappler, isn't she?
Yeah, she might make it to the scorecards, but I'm definitely going Jessica. And I'm pretty sure she's a huge favorite, so it's going to be like a parlay piece or something like that.
Yeah, I would just take that fight to go by decision. I'm not really interested in like either of them being able to finish each other. Maybe Jessica Andrade for the KO because she's a little hobbit, like out there throwing bombs.
She's a beast, bro. She throws big shots. But I'm not really going to be. I'll be watching, but not my favorite fight. This card's stacked. Next one, I'm gonna take this one. Gilbert Burns versus Neil motherfucking Magny. As we all know, I'm gonna let you guys know this right now. I'm gonna be biased because Neil is my fucking homie. Neil's a gamer, man. Neil can show up and beat anybody. You know, this is a tough task for him, but if anyone can get it done, it's Neil. I can see Neil potentially just like if you look back when he fought who was he fighting?
Was it his most recent loss or his most recent win?
I'm blanking. Jeff Neal. When he fought Jeff Neal's super powerful. He just knocked out Vicente Luque. Vicente's never been knocked out, and Neal was able to circle, get out of the way of shots, touch him. If Neal's volume's high, and if he can really try to avoid those takedowns, I'm hoping it's a bigger cage. I could see Neal pulling this one off, but I'm also going to be real. Neal's been submitted before. He's fighting Gilbert Burns. Gilbert is a world champion in jiu-jitsu. He competes regularly in jiu-jitsu. So Burns could definitely get the submission, but I'm pulling for my boy Neal. It's a big step up for him. I think Gilbert's like number 4 in the division right now. So if he can beat Gilbert, he'll be right there in the title picture. So I'm going to be pulling for my dog.
Yeah, I think it's an interesting fight because obviously Neal got submitted by Shavkat Rakhmonov.
Yeah.
Well, fight before that.
We talked to him after that, and he just
he took it on short notice, right?
Yeah, he didn't take it on short. Kind of. Neal's always taking fights on short notice, but it just wasn't his. Sometimes you blank in there. Like I know for my first loss, I had a mental. It was just like I didn't
freeze up.
Yeah, you freeze and you can't, and it sucks because you only have one opportunity to do what you're supposed to do in there, and if you fuck up, and you can't get that back until the next time you fight. But yeah, he got submitted by Shavkat. He's got submitted a few other times too, but Neal's been working. He's came out to Philly. He's worked with us. He's worked with our jiu-jitsu coaches, and I know he's working hard for this. So yeah,
I would take that fight to go to decision either way, though.
Yeah,
I do think Neal is after even personally me grappling with him, he felt a lot stronger.
He did feel. I know he was doing more strength and conditioning this time around. He felt stronger, and he's scrappy on the bottom. Like, he makes you work for it. So
I don't see Gilbert Burns being able to really get inside on the feet, though. That's why I think it would go to a decision, because as long as Neal puts that pressure forward, I think he'll be fine. And I don't really see Gilbert being able to, like, grapple him the way he did.
Yeah.
Tyron Woodley, who got tired, and a couple other guys. And he's alternated losses. Like, he lost to Khamzat, and then his last win, I believe, was Stephen Thompson, and then he got knocked out by Usman. And he hasn't fought since Khamzat.
Yeah.
So, Neal's been out there having wars.
He just submitted Daniel Rodriguez. Looked really good in that fight. So, Neal's a gamer, man. He's been doing it forever. I remember watching him, I was watching him fight when I was at, like, a Buffalo Wild Wings when I didn't even fight yet. I didn't even have pro fights, and he was in the UFC.
He's 20-8 in the UFC.
He beat, remember, Hector Lombard?
Yeah.
He was getting his ass whooped. I remember I was like, damn, this ain't good. And then he got him in, like, a mounted triangle and fucking pounded him out. So, no, I was going to say something. Never mind. But, yeah, so I'm riding with
Neil Magny.
I'm riding. Let's go, Neil. I'm pulling for you, dog. I hope you get it done. On to the next one. you start this one off, Joey.
Our fellow same management team, Davison Figueiredo, obviously the 125-pound champ, flyweight, is going for the first ever, I think, 4th fight in the UFC against Brenda Moreno. I do have my notes for this one. It's actually really simple to break down because they fought each other fucking 3 times, relatively back to back.
Yeah. I just want to say I'm very you did really good homework here.
Thank you, my man. You know what? Listen, I don't just fight. I take notes.
Bitch, I had to put the pressure on you. I said, Joey, we're doing the podcast.
Well, you
tomorrow.
know what's crazy?
Have your notes.
Before I'm gonna say it. Before James Krause fucked us.
Yeah.
I literally used to do this shit, and I already had a notebook full of notes, and I enjoyed this, and I was interested. I would do this for basketball, football.
It is fun. It is fun to go through the fights. You look at the records. I even listen to other people who break down the fights because you see like certain shit that they've seen, and like people go through and they watch film on the guys' opponents. Like people really break it down good. So like,
and let me just say, I don't have anything towards James Krause. I'm just pissed off because he's involved, and I can't fucking bet. I can't even log in. You guys ruined my fucking way of living.
Not guilty until
guilty.
Proven otherwise.
Exactly. He's innocent until proven guilty.
That's my dog, James.
So, here's what I have. Figueiredo is 21-2 and 1. He is 10-2 in the UFC. Obviously, the order in which his fights with Moreno, they went draw. Then he got rear naked choked, and then he won by unanimous decision, which I thought should have been a split decision. It was a lot closer than a unanimous decision going either way for whoever won. Moreno obviously had a fight in between their rematch, which was against Kai Kara France. I had the opportunity of being there right after I won Contender, and I went out to Texas, and he got a TKO. Now, mind you, my one thing from that fight was that I thought Kai Kara France was doing a really good job. And it was relatively close. I think he won 1 or 2 rounds. I think he got finished in the 4th or something like that. But I think it was 2-2.
Body kick.
And then, he caught him with that liver kick and put him down and got the finish. I did forget. I did say initially I was going with Moreno. I think Moreno's cardio is why I was confident to pick him. And then I forgot, I'm not going to discredit wrestling, especially with how important it is and how I feel like if it's elevated my game and let alone your wrestling and people that I think are good wrestlers obviously have an advantage, but he has been working with Henry Cejudo. Obviously, I think he has a great mind for MMA and coaching, more so than he was as a fighter. So I think Figueiredo could possibly get the finish himself for the first time in this 4th fight. And I know he's like pissed off about it and wants to kind of like close the chapter to move on and go up a weight class or whatnot. So I think the power lies with Figueiredo and the cardio lies with Moreno. But I think I'm going to go Figgy on this one.
It's tough. Like, for me, there's a few different, like, obviously with Figueiredo, I'm going to kind of wait. I want to see how he looks on the scales. If I was allowed to bet, which I'm not, I would wait until Friday morning, watch him weigh in because Figgy's 35. Cutting to, like, when you're smaller, it's harder to cut weight, especially if you're cutting a lot of weight. He's jacked for how small he is.
Yeah.
So I would wait. I've already seen them bet it. He looks in amazing shape, so I really don't think it's going to be a problem. I'm going with Figgy just because I think he's a mean motherfucker. Like, I remember watching him fight Benavidez, and the way he was hitting him. I think I fought on the same
kill shots,
bro, trying to murder him, and he almost he put him out, and he was cracking him so hard. So I think he has the advantage and the power, but Moreno's good. Obviously, he already submitted him, but think about this, too. All that shit going on with James Krause. He just lost his head coach. He had to move teams. So we all would say that's not affecting us, but that's a lot to go on, especially going into a title fight where you have to travel to this man's country. So that's a lot of stuff that's obviously he knows how to fight. They've already fought 3 times, but
I do want to say Henry Cejudo's biggest thing, and I watched the little clips, is that distance management.
Yeah.
And Moreno stands so wide.
Yeah.
And I think if he is smart, he's going to break that entire leg and be patient and just keep chopping that calf.
You think Figueiredo's going to...
I think Figueiredo's going to break this kid's calf in this fight.
Yeah.
I really do, because he's going to fight that in and out game like Henry used to do. So that's what I think. But
I mean, who knows? It could just be a back and forth fight. But I don't know, I think, like you said, I think Figgy's definitely... I think he's going to pull away this time. I think he's going to have a little bit more power, and I just think he's going to be able to get it done. He didn't have all these other things going on in his camp, losing his head coach, not even losing your head coach, you lost your entire gym. So you had to switch camps like in the middle of your training camp. You have to switch teams, go somewhere else. So
Speaking of that, though, didn't Cody Brundage fight under James Krause? How did he get the fight?
Cody Brundage, he doesn't.
Yeah.
No, he's out of Factory X. Yeah, Factory. Mark Montoya is James Krause's coach.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So, but fellow Vayner Sports, Figgy, I'm riding with you. Let's go.
Big Newton.
All right, on to the main event. We have Glover Teixeira versus Jamal Hill.
Can we
It's-
just state how old Glover is?
But look at
Motherfucker's 43,
dude,
baby.
look
you know
at
what I mean?
Jamal Hill's record. He's only 11-1. He only has 12 fights, and he's fighting Glover. Glover's 33-8.
I don't know what the math is, but that's what, 41 fights? Motherfucker's older than his record.
It
It's
is
crazy.
bro. It's a lot. And so, if you look at it, they look at Glover's age, they're like, damn, he's old. He gets hurt in his fights. He does get hurt, but he doesn't get finished very often. Look at the last two people to finish Glover: Gustafson and Anthony Rumble Johnson, R.I.P. That motherfucker could knock out a horse. So, like, real shit. Like, my man could knock out a horse. I would bet my life on it.
Have you ever heard that Roberto Duran knocked out a horse?
I
But
did
I
hear
know
that.
Conan the Barbarian and Arnold Schwarzenegger did.
Knocked out a horse?
Or was it a
I never heard
camel?
that.
Conan the Barbarian.
Arnold couldn't punch for shit.
Nah, listen,
Nut
Conan the
ass
Barbarian.
California
For
fucking
all my
governor.
old heads out there, because this movie was like 20 years before I was fucking born. Conan the Barbarian, Arnold Schwarzenegger, he either knocks out a fucking camel or a horse. Go look it up.
Is it a movie, Joey?
It's a movie.
It's in Hollywood. Then it's fake.
You sound like my dad. When
I
you
used to
talk
believe
about,
that shit was
Chuck
real.
Norris fighting Bruce Lee. Like,
I used to think Arnold was the fucking man.
I did too.
bro.
I did too. But anyway, Jamal Hill, back to our boy Paul, your boy Paul Craig,
Yeah.
got submitted.
did.
So, I listen,
He
brothers.
caught him. He caught him.
Listen, I am a true believer in jiu-jitsu. If Glover doesn't get knocked out, because it seems like Jamal Hill has huge power, I'm going with Glover by submission. I just think Glover has more ways to get it done.
I'm taking
I think-
Jamal Hill.
I think he has more ways to get it done.
If I was allowed to bet.
Glover has
1,
big
2, or
power in his hands, and he has the ability to submit him.
Yeah, but I
And
thi-
no
I-
offense,
I-
and no offense to Jamal Hill, his training camp somewhere. Like, I'm not saying, like, we have a pretty small gym, but like obviously we have a lot more guys now. But like I've never heard of his gym. I never heard of the guys he trained with. And obviously it works for him.
I
but,
heard
like,
his coaches stay there, though.
But who is implementing Glover? Who? Yes. Who has the jiu-jitsu of him? And then look who Glover's training with.
Yeah,
Who's
Alex
the-
Pereira.
Main fucking training partner.
Yeah.
The baddest dude in the world at 185
I
right
do.
now.
I do think he's going to be. Yeah, but but you know how this goes. It doesn't matter.
All
You
right,
can't.
if
Like
he's
you can train
getting-
with the best guys
yeah, but
in the
still,
world.
that dude clearly has next level power. He's getting hit by him all the time. He's going to be ready for these shots. Like I truly, I was watching the Embedded, and he was telling, like, you know how like fight week when you're going with your partner, you're not trying to really hit them because they're getting ready to fight and they're cutting weight. Glover's like telling him to throw at him. He's like, throw at me, because he's like, I want to fucking get my reflexes. I want to get my head movement. So like he's locked in, and he knows that I think he's done after this. He knows he's gonna submit him and retire in Brazil. Fucking story ending.
That is true. I
End
mean,
that
you
shit.
can't.
Just
You
like,
can't kill a.
you can't write it better than that, bro.
You can't kill a hungry man. So
You can't write it better. And I'm not saying Jamal Hill is not willing and able. He's definitely is, but
I feel like he's got a chip on his shoulder.
I think he does
I-
too.
I
but
like
think
his
Glover. I
attitude.
think Glover does too, because like he was supposed to be fighting for the belt that night, and then they tried to make him go against Ankalaev, and it was short notice, and he stuck to his guns, and he said, "No, I'm not fighting." And then that fight Dana didn't like, and so he then made this fight that night. So
This is
I
a
think they
perfect
both.
story.
I think they both have a chip on their shoulder. I'm just going my old head.
All right.
I take my uncle.
1, 2, or 3, Jamal Hill. I think the speed and the power was going to shock him before he can even get in on a shot. Ways too. It's going to be hard as shit to take him down. He's a thick boy. I sat next to him and
He's big.
when we went to MSG.
He's big.
Yeah, he's big.
Yeah.
Motherfucker's hands got bear paws.
Yeah,
He's
that's
big.
right. Bro, he punched punched Johnny Walker on the forehead and knocked him out.
I know. He said, "Yee." I ain't never seen some shit like that.
How do you, yo, he
slipped on a
fell
banana
in
peel.
a Johnny Walker way, though.
He said,
Yeah. Crazy.
he looked like he was in the gospel church, bro. I was fucking, woo.
That's the whole main card. All right. Go through the prelims. Give me one fight, and then I'll give you another fight. And
All right. Well, I'm going to take
what
this
are you
one because
excited
I'm going to
about?
verbally say it. I got offered the Gregory Rodriguez fight. Didn't work out. I'm excited to see how he does. I like Gregory Rodriguez. Super nice. Guy was a gentleman. When I was out there fighting, he was fighting. When I fought Amadovsky, he was fighting Chidi. Obviously, he had that crazy cut, was hurt, came back, got the
who's he
finish.
supposed to be fighting?
He was originally supposed to be fighting Brad Tavares.
Yes. Brad got hurt, and now this guy's
And they were looking for replacements. Apparently, this guy, I don't remember watching him, but he got a finish on the Contender Series. That's how he got into the UFC.
Oh, he was already signed.
Yeah, well, it says he has a win. I don't know if he got
Okay.
signed, but he is 9-0. He's got all finishes in 9 fights, all in the first round, 6 KO, 3 submissions.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously he's well versed. His nickname is the Hulk, so he better be as strong because this is a big motherfucker. Gregory Rodriguez is 4-1 in the UFC, 13-4 overall. Petrosian was his last loss by split decision. And prior to that, he got TKO'd pretty badly against Jordan Williams.
Yeah, but that was like a.
I think
that's like a fluke.
I think he got caught on a
Yeah,
bad weight cut because he seemed really
He's
tired.
a beast, dude. He is.
Yeah,
All right.
Gregory Rodriguez.
I'm taking him by knockout as well.
I gotta go with what I've seen. I'm
Probably
gonna go with him
first or
too.
second round.
Yeah.
Probably first round. My man, Jordan Almeida. This dude is a fucking animal.
Is that the dark-skinned Brazilian dude?
Bro.
That's
Alright,
a-
This
I watched his
dude
last fight. His
is
fight
a
is-
hammer.
he
He's
is, bro.
just a hammer. Like he just fucking kills everything. He's just a winner in life.
You
He's a
remember
good
his last
grappler
fight?
too.
I like this dude. He's an
Yeah.
amazing grappler. Bro, he is. Who did he lose to? Oh, that's grappling. He has
Yeah.
2 losses, but it's way early in his career. He's fighting Shamil. I'm not going to say his last name. Shamil's about to get his walking papers. Shamil lost his last 3 fights. This is going to be number 4 because I would bet my left nut that Jordan Almeida finishes this man inside of 1 round.
He's also 41 years old.
Yeah.
The bull he's fighting.
They've postponed this fight like a few different times.
Drakhmanov?
We should make a whole segment of just trying to announce Russians' last
I'm
names.
gonna win that one.
Yeah, you're
If
pretty
that's a
good at it.
challenge, I'm gonna be able to say it.
Jordan Almeida is a fucking hammer, and he's going to finish this fight in the first round. Parker Porter, round 1. Anton something, round 1. This dude was a 205 pounder. He went up to heavyweight, and he's just like, fuck it. He's like, I'm just beating guys. I'm just going to stay at heavyweight.
Oh, this is it. Oh yeah.
Dude, he's
I
not even
see.
a heavyweight. I'm talking all this shit, and he's going to get knocked out round 1.
I mean, this guy has knockout power.
Nah,
but
Shamil
he's
does.
slow and predictable at this age. Like, I don't think he's got any new tricks.
Yeah.
I don't think he's changing.
What else are you looking at on this?
I like the Warley out. Well, I don't like this fight, but I want to go over it because our fellow teammate Jeremiah Wells slumped him. Warley Alves. So Warley Alves versus Nicholas Dalby. I've been pretty let down with Dalby, just for the simple fact that I bet on him a couple of times in the past and he fucking screwed me. So
Before the James Krause situation.
before the James Krause situation, yeah, I haven't made a fucking penny since. So 14-5 is Warley Alves. His last loss was to Jeremiah. He hasn't gotten right since then. So we're gonna see how he's.
Whirly,
doing.
dude, he's one of those, bro. He guillotined Colby back in the day.
Did he also
Jumping
beat
guillotine.
Lazez, who's on this card with that liver kick? He kicked
Bro,
him like 5
he's-
times in a row.
He's one of the hottest cold fighters. Like he just can't keep like good consistency. But I
His
think
last 3 losses, he got KO'd twice and he got submitted once.
who do you think's going to win this fight? I got Alves.
I'm taking Dolby by decision.
Okay.
Because he's 20-4. He's 3-1-1 in the 3-1-1 in the UFC.
Mm-hmm.
He did get no contest with Ronson. I don't know why. I don't remember
Mm-hmm.
why. But he's had 3 decision wins. So obviously he's a decisionator. He's going to know how to, I think, stay away from Warley's
Mm-hmm.
power. And then his last loss was to Tim Means, and Tim Means is the dirty bird. He's a little
Tim's
tough.
dude. He's a tough.
dog.
He's a dog. That's the best way. He's got that dog in him. I seen someone posted the meme today. It was a hot dog on their chest.
Got that dog dog in
got
him.
that dog in him.
I just don't think that Warley's gonna have that. I don't think he's gonna be right after that. I mean, he got smoked where he stopped moving. So
Yeah.
I just don't.
I
I
know
mean,
what
he
you're
took a
saying.
good bit of time off, but I think he's gonna be gun shy, and I think he's gonna fall to a decision because of that.
I know what you're saying. I'm going to respectfully disagree, though, and say Worley Alves is going to win.
All right, guys, he's gonna lose this week.
Terence McKinney versus, how do you say it? Ismail
Ismail Bonfim.
Bonfim. Two brothers fighting on a card. That's pretty fucking awesome. Imagine fighting.
The other
on
one's not fighting, is he? Oh yeah. I'm an idiot. I'm sorry. I'm not done. I literally.
This dude's got a whole notepad in front of him.
Chill. I was on the wrong page.
The two brothers are fighting on the card. Both Brazilian. Imagine being Brazilian fighting on a UFC card with your brother.
And it is in Brazil, right?
And yeah,
Yeah.
they're both beast. But Terence McKinney, that kid's all violence. He's all gas, no brakes. If it goes past 2.5 minutes, he might lose. But I think he's going to win in the first round by knockout.
I'm gonna respectfully disagree and go the other way.
That's fine.
Because I think McKinney
Bro,
is a
did you
one-hit
see?
wonder in the
That's
first
what.
round.
That's what. Did you see what he did? Drew Dober, you have to hit him with a bazooka on the chin to put him away, and he fucking dropped him like twice.
Yeah, he had him hurt.
He had him, but he just Drew Dober's Drew Dober. But I
blew
think
his mind.
Terence has that first round in him. If not, this kid could come back and win. But
But the
I'm saying
kid that
Terence McKinney
Ismail
by
just
knockout.
beat, that he won his contract off of, was from the Contender Series, who was 28-3, and he was on a 13-fight win streak against guys that were like 40
Really?
and 12, 38 and 8. Like he was beating some really good competition.
Yeah.
And Bonfim kind of like dismantled him.
yeah,
I'm gonna go with what's working. He's on a hot streak. He hasn't been finished
That's fine.
ever. So that I saw.
That's fine.
So
That's
I
fine.
think I'm gonna have to go with that. He's
That's
on a
fine.
three fight decision win streak, but
That's
I mean
fine.
I think he'll be able to survive the storm.
that's fine.
Yeah,
All right,
you're gonna lose.
all right.
The other brother,
Anything else you want to cover on this card?
just the other brother.
Oh yeah,
Gabriel
yeah.
Bonfim.
Yeah, I think this brother's gonna win.
Yeah, he's 13.
I'm taking
and
this
0.
brother by submission.
Yeah, I mean he does have 10 submissions, so
Yeah.
and 3 KOs, all finishes. So yeah, I mean I would.
The zest is tough though. He's got really good. His striking's good on the feet. He has nice striking.
Yeah,
But I think
his
he's-
last 2 wins that he had were against Abdul Razak Al Hassan, who just won this past weekend,
And he ate
Angela
some
Lusa.
fucking heaters from him.
Yeah,
And that dude can. He's another one that could probably knock out a horse. So there's a couple guys in this card that can knock out horses.
Did you see those calf kicks initially that he ate?
If
I thought he
you-
was going to
Told you the
lose
first
over
3?
that.
If you own a horse, you better hide it because it might get knocked out.
Get a Shire, ain't nobody knocking out a
Not-
Shire.
Knocking out a Shire was that like a big
Yeah,
ass
that's
horse?
like that big motherfucker. That's that Clydesdale looking thing.
If I was a horse, I would be a Clydesdale.
I would be a Shire. It's
No, you
bigger.
wouldn't.
It's bigger.
No, you'd be like a little ass pony
No.
at a circus.
You'd be an ass.
You'd be an ass.
You'd be a My Little Pony.
You'd be an ass.
Oh, that's a good one. I ain't gonna be mad about that. That's a good one. I'll take it. Oh, mind you, Bonfim does have this brother,
Mm-hmm.
Gabriel, has a Von Flue choke.
That's fucking legit.
It's pretty good.
No, I seen that.
I
He's
couldn't
good, man.
fucking
I think
get
he's,
several times. I promise you guys, I
I
would
think
never
it's
get
gonna
a
be-
Von Flue choke, and neither will Sean.
I think
mean,
it's gonna
Sean
be-
might.
I probably could. You couldn't.
I agree.
It's probably going to be one-way traffic for him. Real quick, you got to shout him out because he's retiring. Shogun, retirement fight. If these new fans, if you don't know about Shogun, go back and watch Shogun in Pride.
He was 13-1 in
He
Pride.
was a motherfucker, knocking out everyone, stomping on guys, jumping kicks. Dude, he was a savage, bro. I used to watch his highlights all the time. Like,
Do you know what his only loss in Pride was?
no. Who?
Fedor Emelianenko.
It was Fedor?
He only lost to him. And then now, you know what's crazy? 13-12-1, 13-1 in Pride. Came over to UFC is 11-11. Crazy.
A lot of if you go back and you look at the Pride fights, a lot of those guys that came over yacked, and then they all deflate. But I don't even know if it was like there was Takanori. There were so many guys like Takanori Gomi, all these guys.
Sakuraba.
Dude, so many of them came over and they just couldn't get it going. It's crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I know for a fact they were juicy in Japan. Juicy.
I know someone.
I know some juicers too. I know some.
I know some.
Yeah.
I know some juicers. But yeah, dude, I just gotta pull up this man's record real quick, and then we can
I have a bonus
Steady
question for
picks.
you guys.
wrap this joint up.
Thank you to Sean Brady, and thank you for having my stupid ass on this prediction. I'm actually smart when it comes to this shit.
I'm thoroughly impressed by it.
I like this stuff. You know,
No,
I told Sean last week this is the easiest fun thing to do.
Did you watch Shogun versus Dan Henderson, the one that
I
went
did. They
toward
were
decision?
crazy. Both fights
They
were crazy.
beat the fuck out of each other. And then the ref told it was the third round. It was going into the third, and the ref was like, "All right, last round." And Dan Henderson's all beat up. He's like, "Hey, we got two more. We got two more." I was like, "Yo, these dudes are animals." He fought fucking Forrest Griffin, Dan Henderson, Lyoto Machida twice, Chuck Liddell, Mark Coleman, Forrest Griffin, Alistair Overeem,
Did he fight Rampage?
Kevin Randleman. He fucking soccer kicked him into another
In
light
Pride,
year.
he did.
Yes.
Yeah.
Different. I think he was like holding on to the ropes and just blasting them.
But they didn't fight in UFC, right?
No. But then
Interesting.
Dan Henderson finished Shogun. They fought a second time after that, and he lost by punches.
All right, so let's take for our closeout. I'm gonna write it down because I didn't do it last time. I'm writing down who I think my locks are for this. So first and foremost, I'm taking Jamal Hill. Should we do 5?
All right, 5.
Instead of the whole thing? 'Cause
Yeah, do 5.
All right, so I'm taking Jamal Hill. I'm taking both Bonfim brothers because you don't think the other one's going to win. You just think the younger one, I think, the heavier one. Bonfim. I'm going to take Figgy. And actually, one of my locks is going to be that Josine, I don't know how, Josine, whatever the hell her Nunez. That girl is a little like robot that just walks forward and throws fucking bombs. You're gonna remember her. She literally like, not anything disrespectful. She looks like a hobbit that's like this tall and just walks out there.
Nothing great ever followed that.
Nothing
not
ever.
to be disrespectful.
Yeah, I mean that in like a way of like she's an.
Are we
absolute
going just
little
straight
unit.
locks?
Straight locks.
Not worried about money line. Like
Yeah,
not
no.
worried about odds.
Let's do 7 then.
No, let's just do 5.
All right, 5.
Not worried about lines.
Nope.
You got your 5?
I got Hill, Bonfim, Figgy, Nunez.
All right. I'm also. I know Nunez. The chick that she's fighting is. I'm not going to disrespect anyone who's in the UFC. She's not the best. Nunez is 100% going to win. That's my first lock. My second lock is Jessica Andrade. She's definitely going to win.
Out of all the people on the card, that's your lock.
She's going to win.
But Lauren,
She's going to win. She's going to win.
just remember, Valentina barely finised. Like, didn't
she's
barely.
a minus. I'm not saying she's going to finish. She's just going to win. She's like she's a huge favorite.
Oh, just to win. I got you.
Yeah. Figgy. What's that? 3?
Yeah.
Jolton Almeida is going to win. And then I'm going to get a little crazy. Johnny Walker.
Nah, you should be taking your boy McKinney.
Johnny Walker. You know what? Yeah, I'm going to switch that. McKinney. I'm going to go McKinney.
Johnny's a wild card.
Yeah. Fuck it. This is just for fun, bro. I don't give a fuck.
True.
All right. That's my 5. No.
Good God.
I gotta walk one back. I'm gonna switch out Jessica Andrade for Rodriguez. He's a lock.
Gregory Rodriguez.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's gonna be a good fight.
He's a lock.
That's gonna be a good fight.
All right.
I do like that. I feel like
Don't go.
I like
yeah,
that.
you can't change anything.
No,
Sorry,
no,
you're done.
Bonfim ×2, Hill, Figgy, Nunez.
What do you got for us?
What are your NFL picks being as though nobody's going to
Eagles.
trust these opinions?
Eagles are
Eagles,
gonna,
dog.
Eagles
But
gonna
you got the
stomp
Jaguars, the
Giants.
Chiefs.
Bro.
Chiefs.
I'm just gonna say the Chiefs.
I'm Eagles.
Patrick Mahomes plays.
Sean Brady's
Patrick,
NFL picks. I'm going to just say the Chiefs.
Right? Hold on.
Patrick Mahomes plays for the Chiefs, right?
Yeah.
He's a beast. He's throwing fucking nukes.
Ready?
The birds.
The birds.
And then you got the Bengals and the Bills.
The birds. I be working out with the birds. All right.
go.
Them boys.
Here's my picks with that.
We're going
Chiefs-
to the Super Bowl.
Pick this and review it next week. Let's see who comes out on
Chiefs,
top.
I think Chiefs will win.
Yeah.
Eagles will win,
Yeah.
hands down. I think Cowboys will beat San Fran
I do too.
when they play, and I think the Bills.
That's it. Yo.
I think the Bills are going to beat.
Bro,
Who they playing again?
The
Bengals.
I
I think
yeah,
the Bills will
they're
beat
playing
the
the Bengals.
Bengals.
I did strength and conditioning today. They had Gabe had a couple of the guys from the Jets there, like a bunch of different football players were there. I be eardropping.
Oh, okay.
I be knowing what's going on.
And then you talk. Look, then you use
So
what you hear to talk in conversations later, right?
We're gonna win.
Yeah.
We're gonna win. The Cowboys are gonna win, and then we're gonna play in that next stage in Philly, and the city's gonna go.
I wanted this to
fucking
happen, though. I wanted it to
I
be
wanted it to happen too.
Tampa
and that's
Bay
what I'm
and
saying.
then-
I never got to go to the Super Bowl parade on the last one because I'm.
Don't worry. There was nowhere
First
to piss.
of all, you ain't from Philly, so you ain't invited.
I've been training in Philly.
Let me get this off my chest. New Jersey.
Facts.
Where's Delco?
It's 20
Delco.
minutes outside of Philly.
Springfield. Fucking King of
Who
Prussia.
said I was from Philly?
No.
Willow
Let
Grove.
him
Who said
get to
I
what
was
he's
from
saying.
Philly?
Let him
Grove,
finish. He about
all
to tell you.
these nut ass surrounding suburbs, cities, different states. They claim
Not Philadelphia, brother.
Philadelphia. You ain't from Philly. If you're from Conshohocken, you ain't from Philly. I'm looking at you. If you don't live in Philadelphia, stop claiming us. That's it.
I think
Wait, so technically, hold on. I've never claimed to be from Philadelphia. Let's just make that first clear.
Oh, well, you
Never.
just claimed our parade.
What the fuck? I've been training in Philly for 20 fucking years. I'm claiming Philadelphia.
You live in.
I fight out of Philadelphia.
You live in Vineland, New Jersey.
I do not live in Vineland, New Jersey.
You
I live in
live
Washington
in
Township, which is
That shit's even further.
no, it's not. It's closer. It's like fucking
Bumblefuck?
15 miles. It's 20 miles
You
away.
live in Bumblefuck, New Jersey.
Listen, I wasn't. Nah, I've been. I'm done. I have nothing else to say. That's fucked up, man. I fight out of Philadelphia. My gym's in Philadelphia.
Just
My
check
friends are
in. Just make sure you check in when you come to the parade. Just call me.
Yeah, you gonna be my chauffeur?
I'm gonna check you in.
All right, cool. That's fair.
Check in before you come.
Can I get a jersey? I don't even have a fucking jersey. I'm a fake fan.
You are a fake fan.
I really don't have a jersey. I do have a Sixers jersey though. Does that count?
Everybody was a Sixers fan back in the day, bro. Yeah, everybody.
Bro, I didn't even fucking watch basketball until I started gambling on it like a year ago.
That's the cue. Show
No, we can bet on those sports. We can bet on those.
I
it's just
can't. I
MMA.
can't even
Yeah,
log
no,
in.
we can bet on.
Ah,
We
okay.
can
No,
bet on
but I
everything.
can't even log in. As soon as I log in, it says professional athletes are not allowed. I was salty about it because it doesn't even let me look at odds. I can't even
Yeah.
look at football. I hate the season now.
That's because it's DraftKings
It's what it says on there.
and FanDuel. Both
Yeah,
of them.
it just says my password doesn't work for FanDuel, and then DraftKings is like, nah.
Eagles are winning Saturday. We're going all the way to the Super Bowl,
That's all that matters.
and we're winning.
That's all that matters.
All right, guys. So this was a super fun episode. I hope you guys enjoyed. Me and Joey got some good bets. We had some fun. Like I said, we're going to keep working these kinks out. It's just going to get better and better each time. We're buying new equipment, and we're just going to make this as good as it can be, and we're just going to have fun with it. So, yeah, this should be up soon. Thank you, guys. As always, Steady Picks. It's always free. They have every sport. You're trying to make some money. Sign up and get this paper.